Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. It's me, Eric, here in the school garden. If you are new to our channel, I am one of the education specialists for Easton Bank's Learning and Life Center, and I oversee the Project Grape program, which is a youth gardening program here in the Metro Atlanta area. So before we get into today's video, make sure to like this video, comment, share, and don't forget to click the notification bell in the left or right corner of your screen to be notified when we drop new videos, which is every single week. All right, so soon we'll be harvesting these turnip greens and turnip roots. They look very, very pretty. They are bulbing really nicely. And then we have more those are radishes. And then we have some more radishes here. This week we will have the students thin them out so that we can we'll thin them out to spread them around and create more space so that these little seedlings can bulb up. But while those are bulbing and growing bigger, we're going to start another round of radishes, and these will be the daikon radishes. It's important when growing your garden to make sure that you are extending the life of your garden throughout every season. So right now it's fall, we're about to get into winter very soon. So to extend our growing season, we're going to go ahead and start more seeds. And these will be the cool crop seeds that we'll start. Cool crop vegetables that we will start. So these daikon radishes take about 55 days in total. So if we get them started now, they will be able to live throughout the winter, and we'll probably harvest them sometime in January, most likely. And so we're going to go ahead and get them started now. Another way at extending your growing season, where no matter your location in the world, your growing zone, you can extend your growing season by harvesting seeds. So these are the Bright Lights Cosmos variety flower. They really look like this when they are blooming, but when they are done and they are showing their seed, they look like this. So you can either let the flower completely go to seed and let it drop its seed in the bed, and you can help it out by just doing that and dropping the seed manually. Or another way to extend your growing season is to actually harvest the seed. So we have the packet here. So all I'm going to do, since these are already dried on the plant, I'm just going to collect the seed and put them right back in the bag. That way next spring and summer we will have more seeds of this flower, and we will not have to buy more seeds. I just finished harvesting these lima bean pods. That's the bean, the dried bean inside. What I'm gonna do when I get settled at home, I'm gonna let these dry on a table, and then I'm gonna put them in this bag here. Right now I'm gonna put these loose beans in the bag until I get to my destination, and these will be set out to dry as well because they did get a little wet. So anytime you are harvesting seed, especially large seeds like this, pretty much any seed, you want to make sure that you allow them to dry, especially if it has already rained, which it has here. It rained last night, so, and then I just watered, so these will dry out. And the only reason you let your seeds dry out is so that when you put them up in a bag, they won't mildew. I don't think you guys want to deal with mildewy seeds. I dealt with that back in 2023. Some of our seeds got wet in the package. I didn't notice it until I was going to put them out into the garden, and they were all mildewy and they were no good. I still put them out.
I'll put some water back there.
Yes.
The last thing that you need to do in your garden before the temperatures change for the fall into winter, you need to make sure that you are using mulch. You can use compost as mulch, straw as mulch, or wood chips. If you're using wood chips, make sure that you don't let an excessive amount get beneath the soil level, too much of it. If there is an excess of large pieces of wood underneath the soil where the roots lie, in combination with the microorganisms will use all of that nitrogen that is in the soil that would benefit your plants right now, especially the green plants like your broccoli, turnips, collards, radishes, the greens, because the greens need a lot of nitrogen. Instead of having that nitrogen go to the plants, the microorganisms will use that nitrogen in order to break down that organic material. So again, make sure if you're going to use your wood chips as a mulch in your garden, make sure you don't incorporate it into your soil, because the microorganisms will use that nitrogen that is available to your plants. They will use it as an energy source to break down that organic material. Those are just a few things to do in your garden. Make sure you're putting in some perennials. If you have the space, make sure you're adding in some fruit trees and bushes. There are some miniature varieties of like blueberry bushes, apple trees, orange trees, other citrus fruits, many varieties that you can grow at home. And I'm gonna make sure that I try to tag a few in the comments. If you're in the Georgia area, these are some varieties of miniature citrus and other fruit trees and bushes that you can grow here in Georgia. And the winter time is the best time to get your fruit trees, fruit bushes planted, because that is their dormant time. That's their time to focus on rooting themselves before the spring. So make sure you use this time until January to get those fruit trees and bushes in the ground. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching today's video. We hope you learned something from this video. Let us know in the comments what you learned. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments. Make sure to follow our social media, and we will see you all later in the garden. Bye.